My name's Eli Webb, and this is the story of God's grace in my life. I tried to stay away from God by learning to live a double life, hiding in the dark with my addiction and living as happy, sweet Eli on the other side that everyone loved and knew. And so then I just ran to my addiction to feel better about my shame. And this went on for years and years, and the more that I delved into my addiction, the less aware of how bad it was that I became. And so I became an adult, moved to college. My addiction went from what I was watching on screen and acting out in my own home to what I was doing with other people. I didn't have accountability. I didn't truly surrender because the stakes weren't high enough in my heart. Even though I thought, well, now I'm married, this is a real true test. Am I going to be done with this addiction or not? And one day, before work in the morning, alone in my house, my addiction and my own heart pulled me into breaking a password on my phone that was irredeemable. I couldn't undo what I did. And I watched pornography, and I felt sick because I realized there's no hiding it this time. And I'll never forget that night, the end of October in 2021, when she came home from her own work, and I said, hey, my phone updated and it needs you to put the password in. And I just remember the words that she replied with as she sat on our couch shaking. She said, I don't understand. I don't understand. I turned and I told her, I watched pornography today. And she broke and she left the house. And in that moment, that crossroads moment where there was no going back, because now my greatest fear had come true. Someone I cared about, someone who cared about me, just discovered that I wasn't all that I had been performing to be. In that moment, I felt the weight and mercy of God's love. And I just felt this irrevocable, salvific love, forgiving love for me. And I just felt him saying, you're my son, even in light of all that's just happened and that has been happening. And so I reached out to a friend of mine who had gone through changing lanes, and I emailed Brett this paragraph of pain and fear and anguish of like, I gotta do something. I don't know what else to do. I'm terrified. I'm so in need of some help. And he said, welcome to Changing Lanes, group number 28. Another challenge was the walking it out with my wife and realizing, okay, I've told her about that day of watching pornography, but she married a man that has 11 years of an addiction behind him. And so I need to now invite her. If I truly want to do life together with this woman, she deserves to know the whole package, and to have a say in if she wants to stay or not. And that was such a major challenge for me. If I could describe what life is like now, I would use one word, and it would be freedom. And the more that I've walked with Jesus, the more that I've realized that Jesus is not about freedom from, he's about freedom for. He sets us free for a purpose. And that first purpose is to love us. He loved us, so he set us free so that he could reveal his love even deeper, and that love would change us. My hope for the future is that I actually have hope. It's not about my life plans anymore. It's about the fact that I already have the ultimate prize in me, around me. My hope for the future is secure because it's Jesus. And Changing Lanes help me taste and see that so up close.